Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy back with another video. Today we'll be doing a little special video. We'll be doing an all Devil Fruit showcase. Now, the last time I did this was like 7 to 8 months ago, which is like kind of like at the start of release, which is pretty insane. Kind of back then when like Gravity was the best. But I thought I'd just do an updated version because, you know, it's Gear 5 update. Game's getting a lot more players and a lot more new players, so they may need this. So yeah, we're going to be doing all Devil Fruit showcase. Keep in mind, there will be commons, uncommons, rares, epics, legendaries, mythicals, all that. Every fruit will be showcased. And yeah, let's get right into it. Hope y'all boys enjoy. Alrighty, we're first starting off with darkness. Also, keep in mind, every single fruit is going to be level 300 in the showcases. So you guys are going to see the max potential a thing could have, as 300 is max level. So let's get into the darkness abilities. First move, black hole. You can hold it. The longer you hold it, the better it is. Just like that. Second ability is Liberation. Now this one you could just throw at them. It's kind of like a little Spirit Bomb. That's probably the highest damaging move. As you can see, that damage is actually nice. Next up, we got Black World. This one's kind of like Conqueror's Hockey. It gives me that vibe, but it's pretty trash, I can't lie. Next up, there's Kurozu. This one you pull them in and punch them. This is probably one of the better moves in the kit, since you can use it from pretty far. Next up, we got Dark Hall. This is just like a little swamp, pretty much. And then when you let go, boom, it just throws them away. Next up, we have Dark End as the final move. There we go. Just like that. A little 90 damage. Pretty much it for darkness. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, boys. Next up, we have Flame. Now, Flame got some buffs to these updates, in this update, so let's see how it is. First ability, Fire Fist. Just like that, like 62.5 damage with burn. Next up, Fire Gun. As you can see, Fire Gun shoots out way faster now, which is a really good buff. Next up, got Pillar. There we go. Next up, we got Beam. Just like that. And we have Enkai. The more you hold it, the bigger it gets. And you can just throw it like that. There we go. And you have the flight. You could also stop moving with the flight, and you can control it with WASD. Yeah, pretty much it for Flame. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alrighty, next up we have a legendary fruit, which is Quake. And yeah, let's go right into it. First ability, Fist. There we go. Next ability, Eruption. The more you hold it, the further it goes. Slash does more damage. Third ability, Slam. You can use move to like run as well, or, you know, just go down and attack. Just like that. Next up, Island Shake. Just like that. And our final move, it's obvious, Sea Quake. I mean, every Quake fruit has to have this ability right here. Sends in a bunch of waves. I think it does like 200 plus damage. Yep, 250. Alright, pretty much it for Quake. Let's move on to the next one. Alrighty, now we're on to Gravity. Now this fruit actually got a good amount of changes, which is the Planetary Devastation having iframes, which is actually really good and definitely made the fruit better. But yeah, let's get into the moves. First ability, Push. Second ability, Launch. Third ability, Avalanche. So in order to throw these rocks, you do the fourth ability, which is Shoot. Also, the longer you hold the Avalanche, the more rocks that come up. Fifth ability, Planetary Devastation. Like I said, this gives you iframes, so they literally can't attack you when you're using it. It just brings them up. And boom, there you go. And final move, Great Meteor. I'm just going to hold this fully just to show like the full potential. But yeah, this move is pretty trash, I can't lie, because people can escape it so easily. But it does do a lot of damage. So this is a fully charged Great Meteor. Takes some time to come down as well. Boom, just like that. Like, look at the AoE on this, but sadly, it takes forever to come down. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Gravity. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, now we got Magma. Let's get into the moveset. First ability, Major Eruption. Second ability, Meteor Volcano. There we go. Third ability, Plume. I think that's how you say it. Fourth ability, Eruptive Surge. Now you have to be near the person to use it. And if you hold it long, you're going to go flying into the sky. You guys are going to see right now. Boom, look at that. And then we have our final ability, which is Hellhound. It can be used as a little flight too, or for damage. And when you let go, it does a big explosion and does extra damage. Pretty much it for Magma. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alrighty, now we'll be doing Phoenix. Let's get into it nice and quick. First ability, Fujiazami, if I'm not saying that wrong. There we go. Next up, we have Talon Slam. Boom. Next up, we have Phoenix Inferno. And then at the end, it just does like a backflip, if I'm right. And then we have Bluebird. And then we have the Transform. Pretty much just turn into a Phoenix. First ability, Fujiazami. Just a better version, a bit more damage. And Hawk Rush. Third ability, Phoenix Inferno. Fourth ability and final is Bluebird. This one does really good damage. Pretty much it for Phoenix. The mode is nice. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, now we have the Paw Fruit. Let's get into it. First ability, Pressure Cannon. Second ability, Sonic Stomp. Third ability, Sumo Thrust Barrage. Fourth ability, Torture. You can like stun them and then use Ursa's Shock right after. Next ability, Ursa's Shock. There you go, really good damage. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, now we have TS Rubber. First ability, Jet Pistol. Second ability, Jet Gatling. You can hold it. Third ability, Redhawk. Fourth ability, Grizzly Magnum. Now we pop Gear 4. First ability, Kong Gun. Second ability, Culverin. Third ability, Kong Gatling. Fourth ability, King Kong Gun. The more you hold it, the bigger it gets. And when you let go, boom, it does a huge smash to the floor. And the E ability is just a flight like this. You could travel a pretty far distance with it. And yeah, pretty much it for Gear 4. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, next up we have Dragon. So yeah, let's go right into it. First ability, Dragon Breath. Second ability, Dragon Claw. Kind of just throws them up, and you could do like Draco Meteor into Screech after that. Into Crimson Bomb if you can. And next ability, Screech. It got way more ragdoll after this update. Fourth ability, Draco Meteor. Kind of just rains down. Fifth ability, Crimson Bomb. Pretty much like Enkai Entai. I forgot what it was called. But yeah, you just throw it. It does a ton of damage. Alright, now let's transform. First ability, Dragon Breath. Second ability, Tatsumaki. And then at the end, it just does like a little whip. Third ability, Screech. Fourth ability, Draco Meteor. And the fifth ability, Crimson Bomb. Boom, just like that. Pretty much it for Dragon. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, we are now on the Opie fruit. Now, the first ability, Room. The more you hold it, the bigger the room gets. So yeah, let's go right into it. Second ability, Tact. Just click 2, and then to throw it, just click 2 again. We have our third ability, Wreckage. And then we have our fourth ability, Hurricane Shock. You can hold it and it twists them around. And when you let go, it brings you up and electrocutes them. Next up, we have Gamma Knife. This move has good damage. And next up, for our sixth ability, we have Mess, which is where you steal their heart. So I'll show you guys right now. Just like that. As you can see, we now have his heart. So we click it, And it does 10 damage and it stuns him. So while he's stunned, you know, you could do some stuff. Now, Opie has different variants of moves. Like, you could combine moves pretty much. So I think it's Tact plus Wreckage. Let me see this. Yeah. It rains down on them just like that. Pretty much it's for Opie. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, now we have Venom. First ability, Chloro Frenzy. Second ability, Venom Road. Third ability, Toxic Hydra. Pretty much like the Mochi Chestnut move, which you guys will also see in this video. Really good damage. Next up, Poison Storm. You go up, and it rains poison. And we have Hydra Clone. Pretty much like the Magma Hound move. And it explodes at the end. Let's move on to the Awakening. So with this, you could run, you could Soru, and you could M1. So here are the M1s. Alright, let's get into it. First ability, Chloro Frenzy. Second ability, Venom Road. Third ability, Toxic Geyser. It throws them up and explodes them once it reaches the top. And we have our fourth ability, Poison Storm. And of course we have Hydra Clone. Boom. Could be used as a flight as well. And when you let go, it does an explosion. Pretty much it for the Venom Fruit. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, now we have Gear 5. First ability, Rock Gun. I made a more in-depth showcase if you guys want to see it on my channel. Second ability, Neo Redhawk. This move has insane range, by the way. Third ability, Rock Gatling. And then at the end, it does a little Redhawk. Really good. And fourth ability, which is one of the coolest moves, Red Rock. Kind of slows down and does that really good damage. Alright, so the Drums of Liberation buff your moves. So there's 4 Drums of Liberations. And when you activate the 5th one, it puts you into Gear 5. Alrighty, let's get on with the moves. First ability, Spinning Top. You can hold it and collect multiple people / dummies, and when you let go, it just throws them up. Second ability, Dawn Rocket. Third ability, Mole Pistol Combo. Fourth ability, Rising Bolt. Fifth ability, Gigant Stomp. Really cool. Sixth ability, Battlegrounds Gun. Now this does like 300 to 400 damage, but I'm just do it here so you guys can get a better view of how the move looks. Keep in mind, you may be saying it has a huge starter, but it actually stuns them after some point, so they literally can't escape it. There you go. Alright, pretty much it for the Gear 5. They also got this goofy run, and Soru's as well. No M1s though. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alrighty, now we have the Life Fruit. First ability, Light Kick. Second ability, Mirror Kick. Third ability, Blinding Combo. Fourth ability, Guzon. Fifth ability, Jewels of Light. It does like 2.5 per tick. The damage isn't insane, but it's a good move if you want people to get off you. And you have the flight. You can't control it. It's only a one-way flight. And it lasts for a pretty good amount of time. But yeah, pretty much it for light. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, now we have the Ice Fruit. First ability, Partition. There could be a total of 4 of them. Each doing 22.5. Next up, we have Geyser. Just like that. Third ability, we have Pheasant, if I'm reading that correctly. And then we have our fifth ability, which is Ice Age. There we go. Really good AoE. And we have Ice Dragon. This thing sends you flying, by the way. So yeah, let's use it. There we go. As you can see, it brings you really far. It brings you way further than that, but, you know, it stopped me, of course, because I hit the wall. But yeah, pretty much for ice. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, now we have Rubber, which is pretty much, you know, the PTS Rubber. So let's get into it. First ability, Pistol. Second ability, Bazooka. Third ability, Gatling. Really small AoE, by the way. Fourth ability, Rocket. Alright, now we have Gear 2. Alright, let's get into it nice and quick. First ability, Pistol. Second ability, Bazooka. Third ability, Gatling. This one has way more AoE. And fourth ability, we have Rocket. Alright, pretty much it for PTS Forever. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, now we have the Bomb Fruit. First ability, Grenade Blaster. Second ability, Leap. Just for transportation. Third ability, Kick Bomb. 100 damage, really good. Now we have Howitzer Impact. There we go. Pretty much it for Bomb. Move on to the next one. Alright, now we have the Smoke Fruit. First ability, White Blow. Second ability, Whiteout. 140 damage. Third ability, Typhoon. Fourth ability, Firework. Really good damage on Smoke, by the way. Alright, pretty much it for Smoke. Let's move on to the next one. Alrighty, we'll be using Sand Fruit. Now, first ability, Desert Slicer. Second ability, Spada. Third ability, Swamp. Fourth ability, Sables Pasado, if I'm not pronouncing that wrong. Pretty much for Sand, let's move on to the next one. Alright, we have the Chop for now. First ability, Cannon. Alright, second ability is Grab. Pulls them over and you can use Cannon after, I'm pretty sure. And we have the ultimate move, Chop Car. Now, this is pretty insane, bro. 67.5 per tick is actually crazy. But, next up, we have Festival, which is the final move for Chop. And yeah, that's pretty much your Festival. I think Car is definitely the best move in this kit. But yeah, let's move on to the next fruit. We're almost done. Alright, we got Barrier. First ability, obviously, Barrier. 55 damage. Bubble. Third ability, Crash. Fourth ability, Spikes. So like a little barrier stomp. Let's use Bubble and Crash one more time. Pretty much it for Barrier. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, now we have the Strength Fruit. First ability, Fulbright. Second ability, Overheat Whip. Third ability, String Knight. Pretty much sounds out a clone that attacks and has string M1s, just like this. Fourth ability, 16 bullets. There we go. And Skywalk, which is probably my favorite move in the game. Because it's just cool. Nothing much to it. Really good looking. And yeah, pretty much it for string. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, we now have the Leopard Fruit. First ability, After Image Combo. Second ability, Spiral Kick. Third ability, Claw Barrage. Fourth ability, Predator's Prowl. Now, we have the Transformation. These are the M1s. First ability, After Image Combo. Second ability, Spiral Kick. And for the third ability, it's Claw Barrage. And the fourth ability is Rokugan. Just like that. And fifth ability is Rising Claw Combo. Boom, there we go. And G to D transform. Pretty much it for Leopard. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, now we have the Magnet Fruit. Let's get into it. First move, Repel. Second move, Metal Arms. You could M1 with these two. Third ability, Cyclone. You can just hold it for a really long time. And when you let go, it takes a damage. And we have Punk Prison. Really good damage. So like 144 plus burn. And we have Punk Cannon. Also for Repel, if you use it with Metal Arms, it has a different variant. Just like this. And boom, pretty much it for magnet. Let's move on to the next fruit. All right, now we have lightning. So the voltage up is like can give you like different variants of moves and stuff. So yeah, first ability, lightning palm. Third ability, crashing thunder. So when I was talking about different variants of an ability, I was referring to Projective Burst. So here's Projective Burst with 0 voltages. Now we will be doing Projective Burst with 1 voltage. As you can see, it's a bit different. Now we'll be doing Projective Burst with 2 voltages. Just like that. As you can see, the image goes up each and every time you add in a voltage. Next up, we'll do 3 voltages. 208 damage, really good. And 4 voltage is kind of like a really cool move, so yeah. Let's just wait for the cooldown to come back. But yeah, like I said, this move is probably one of my favorite moves in the game. Really cool, but yeah. Let's use it on an actual higher HP dummy. And boom, look at that. Look at the damage on that thing. Really good damage as well. So yeah, pretty much it. We'll be going on to the next move, Crushing Judgment. Now, the more voltages you have, the more AoE it will also have. So yeah, I suggest using that with like 4 voltages. It'll just be better. Next up, we got a final move, which is Rygo. Just like that. Really good damage as well. Pretty much for lightning. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, now we have the gas fruit. First ability, blue sword. Second ability, suffocation. Third ability, combustive gas. Fourth ability, relaxing gas. So, while they're in here, you can use some moves and stuff like that. Pretty good move. Pretty much for gas. Let's move on to the next fruit. Alright, now we have the falcon fruit. First ability, wing slicer. Second ability, Flying Talon. Third ability, Wing Cyclone. Fourth ability, Falcon Punch. Really good damage. Pretty much a Falcon. Let's move on to the next one. Alrighty, we have our final fruit of the all Devil Fruit showcase. Let's get right into it, which is Dough, of course. And yeah, let's get into it. First ability, Girl Dough. Second ability, Dough Muddle. There we go. Third ability, Lotus Dough combo. Fourth ability, Chestnut. And then it switches on. It's pretty much auto track. And fifth ability, Anemone. Like a low barrage. It does a ton of damage. Alright, now we have our final move, Buzz Cut, to end off the showcase. Alright, pretty much here for the all Devil Fruit showcase. This did take a couple hours to make, so please make sure to like and subscribe. Hope you always have a good day. Let me know your thoughts on the Gear 5 update. Are you enjoying it so far? Just thought I'd make this video since the game is indeed getting a lot of new players, and they might need this. So yeah, hope you boys have a good day, and peace out.